Hey, everybody. Good morning and welcome to Push Positive Live. We're here every Tuesday morning, Eastern Time at 11 a.m. Today, we are talking about building confidence. It's another topic that came from you guys. Somebody suggested I talk about building confidence. I love when you guys suggest topics, so keep sending them through. You can post them in the comments. You can message me. You can email me at melissa@mycoachmelissa.com. If you don't know me or this is your first time on the page or listening in, my name is Melissa Jakubovic. I'm an author, health, and life coach here at mycoachmelissa.com, and I'm so grateful to have you here with me today. I like to start my Push Positive live broadcasts with a breathing exercise, but today I just want you to sit up nice and tall, shake out your arms, roll your neck, really relax, move those shoulders back, and let's take a nice, clean, cleansing breath in and let it out. And another one, inhale and exhale. Now I want you to close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, and inhale through your nose this time. And I want you to inhale all the love, confidence, understanding, and peace that you want in your life. And now I want you to hold it for a moment and hold on to that love, peace, understanding, and confidence. And now exhale slowly through your mouth. And I want you to exhale all the negativity, all the frustration, all the anger and resentment. Inhale, breathing in. You're inhaling positivity, encouragement, excitement for the future, and something special that makes you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. And I want you to exhale anger, exhale misunderstanding, exhale any tension that you have, and exhale anything that you've been holding on to that you are ready to let go of. All right, we are here, we are present, and we are ready to rock the topic for today, building confidence. Thanks for joining. Pop in live, type in live if you're watching live, and type in replay if you are watching the replay. So what is confidence? We all want it. We don't always have it. We don't know how to get it necessarily. Or maybe you're overly confident and people say, they are so cocky. They're so arrogant. So where's that nice balance in between being low self-esteem, not believing in yourself, and having that super high confidence that no one wants to hang out with you? Where is that nice balance, that building that good balance of confidence? And what is confidence? If you guys are on, I see you're on, but I can't see who you are until you comment below. So pop in and say hey. Don't be shy. So confidence is the self-assurance that comes from your own appreciation of your abilities or your qualities, things that you're good at, things that you know you are a rock star at. These are the things that you have unique to you that build that confidence. And it can be a belief in yourself or a belief in somebody else based around this skill set or this idea. So it's a belief system that it really enhances how you see yourself, how you move through this world, how you believe in yourself or in your own abilities or your qualities or what makes you special, and how you walk around this world knowing that you harbor these feelings about yourself or about a loved one. Hey guys, I see you're on. Say hello in the comments. So confidence is like a muscle that we have. Like, we're all born with muscles in our bodies. If we don't exercise, we don't lift weights, we don't do push-ups, we don't work out, we don't treat our bodies right and healthy and do it again and again in a consecutive routine, We're not strengthening that muscle. We're not getting stronger. We're not improving that muscle. You're not able to flex the muscle when you haven't worked it out. It's weak. It forgets how to work. It forgets how to be used. Same thing here with confidence. So confidence is like a muscle, and when you learn how to come forward with confidence in your life, then you practice it on a daily basis and it becomes a routine, then you're strengthening that confidence muscle, and it becomes easier and easier and easier as you do it. Imagine picking up a 3-pound weight. Easy, right? No big deal. Now, if you don't work out on a regular basis, imagine picking up a 100-pound weight. You'd be straining. You wouldn't be able to do it. Oh, I can't do it, right? But if you start with that 3-pound weight, as small as that might sound, and then you move up to a 5-pound, and then a 10-pound, and then a 12-pound weight, maybe a 20-pound weight, eventually you might get up to that 100-pound weight. Or even if it was like a bar that had weights on both sides, not just a handheld weight, because sometimes 100, that's really hard for some of us. But the point is that as you use it, you get stronger and it gets easier, because if you get to the point where you can pick up a 100-pound weight, picking up that 3-pound weight, super easy. Even picking up the 20-pound weight is super easy and you're not straining. So think about that with your confidence. If you have super low confidence, it's time to start working on it so that it can get stronger and stronger. You know, it's funny. I teach yoga. And when I tell people, oh, you should do yoga, I'm so stressed out, my muscles are tight, I don't know what to do. And I say, you should do yoga. Do you know what the number one objection I get? The number one thing I hear from people are, I can't do yoga. I'm not flexible. That's not for me. Well, hello. Of course it's for you. Yoga is to make you flexible. You don't come to yoga flexible and then you can do all the poses. You start unflexible. You create a yoga practice, a yoga routine that you go frequently doing, like again and again and again, and you get more and more flexible over time. So the same things happen with confidence. If you start with no confidence or low confidence and you say, oh, I can't be confident, that's not for me, that's for confident people. Well, no, that's for everybody. Now, if they're more confident than you, fine. This isn't a competition. We're not comparing ourselves to other people. We're just comparing ourselves to ourselves and improving ourselves. This is to make ourselves better. Then you need to work on being more confident in order to feel more confident. So what you can do is music. Music can really boost your mood. Do you know that there are studies that have shown that you can play music for a plant, and a plant will grow better, it will grow faster, it will grow stronger if it heard music during its growth process? I mean, that's amazing. That's what music can do for a plant, a living organism. What can music do for you? It can change your mood. It can make you feel like you're ready to go. It depends what music, if you just want to sit, relax, and chill, listen to some Buddha Bar. But if you're ready to go out with confidence, maybe you want to listen to some Courtney Love or rock and roll, or maybe some hip hop. I don't know, something to get your flow moving, like I could do it, I could conquer anything. Maybe you want to listen to motivational speakers like Tony Robbins or Gary Vaynerchuk or Oprah Winfrey or Brene Brown. Think about what you're lacking, what you're missing, what you wish you are having, and what you need to fill that void to get closer to what you're trying to achieve. And go listen to that type of motivation or music or whatever it is that you're lacking, so that you can be pushed in that direction, lifted up to gain more confidence. Life is short. We're not here forever. And I'm sure many of you have experienced loss and grief and death, and you can attest to the fact that life is too short. And we don't get to do everything we want to do when we don't make it intentionally part of what we want. We make it an intention to reach certain things in our life, an intention to say certain things to the people that we love. You need to be intentional. Because otherwise, life is gone and you didn't reach what you wanted to. You didn't achieve what you wanted to. You didn't accomplish what you wanted to. You didn't experience everything that you were capable of experiencing that you wanted to. So you've got to make the best of life. And when you're being confident, you are making the best of life, because building confidence is so important. Without it, you can do very, very little. and you're kind of like hidden behind this wall. I can't be confident. I can't really do everything I want to do because you're hidden. But with confidence, you can do anything. You can walk into a room like you own the place, do what you want, say what you want, get what you want, and do it. So having that confidence really puts you in the right place to move in the direction that you already know you want to get to, without creating this self-sabotaging wall that's blocking you from reaching that goal. So maybe you want to build a skill. That builds confidence. Start with something. This last year started playing the harmonica. Like, why am I playing the harmonica? Because I want to learn a musical instrument. It's simple enough. I can carry it around with me in my bag when I'm bored or I'm sitting in the carpool line, pull out my harmonica. I'm building a skill. And if one day I get to be really good at harmonica because I've built this skill over time, I will feel confident about my harmonica skills. Now, maybe harmonica is not like the most amazing thing that you're trying to achieve, but it's something small, a skill. Maybe you want to be a dancer. Maybe you want to be a teacher. Maybe you want to start a business. Maybe you want to be a parent. Whatever that is, you want to start to work towards it. Because when you get closer and closer to it, you're building confidence, and you'll become more and more confident as you get closer and closer through that journey. Because it is a journey. Confidence is a journey. It's not like I wake up, I'm confident, I know what I want, I'm going for it. It's not. It's what can I do today? How can I make myself better? How can I reach my goals? What can I do? And as you work through this, as you're going through this process, you are living day to day through it. It's a journey. So you might be confident today and be more confident today than you were 5 years ago. Maybe you're not confident today. That doesn't mean that you won't be confident in 5 years. It's a journey. So work on it piece by piece. Stepping stones, going up that staircase one at a time. So you need to push through your self-limiting beliefs. What are you telling yourself that isn't true about yourself? I'm not good at this. I'm not good at enough. Nobody likes me. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares about me. I'm not good at my job. I make everyone unhappy. I frustrate everyone. I talk too much. Like all these negative things, these are self-limiting beliefs. And why they are self and limiting and beliefs are because you've created them yourself. So they're self. They're limiting because they stop you from seeing beyond that lie that you're telling yourself. You don't see that you're able to do something because you're constantly telling yourself that you can't. And it's a belief. You believe that. So whatever you believe is what will be the reality. So if you take that limit away, that limiting belief away, you remove that lie from your vocabulary, from your mental self-talk, and you replace it with something positive and engaging and something that excites you, something that makes you feel like, wow, I really can do it. And you believe that, then you'll be able to do it. So you want to remove that self-limiting belief and reverse it, change it into something positive and work on believing that positive belief instead. Okay? So you want to think positively to overcome that negative bias that you're giving yourself. That's really important. You also want to raise your curiosity. So think about, what else could I do? That sounds interesting. I might try that. Or I really have interest in what that person's doing. I'm going to research more on that. So be curious. This world is filled with so many things. If you have a passion or a hobby and you're really into it, and you're an adult, so you've been into it for a long time, let's say, there are things that you know about it, like it's its own little world, that someone outside would have no idea. Thanks for all the love, guys. So, for example, I'm a folk dancer. I go to folk dance camps. I learn dances from famous folk dance choreographers. I know how to get all the folk dance music. I know where to find all the best folk dance videos to learn new dances. I know where all the folk dance sessions are worldwide. I have thousands of friends over the world who are also folk dancers. This is a community that I am a part of and I know so much about because I've been a part of it for so long. Now, anyone who's not a folk dancer has no idea that this folk dance world even exists, right? There's no idea. Maybe they're into soccer, and all I know about soccer is kicking a ball across the field, and sometimes there's the World Cup every couple of years, 4 years, whatever. And I know red cards and yellow cards, and I know some teams, but I don't really know anything about it. I don't know the rules of the game. I don't know what type of clothing they have to buy. I don't know what type of stretches they have to do. I don't know how to get into the big leagues and what process you have to go to get there. I know nothing about the intricacies of that event or that hobby or that skill because that's not my interest. But there's a whole world of soccer interested people over here. And so the soccer people don't know about the folk dance people. The folk dance people don't know about the soccer people. But if you are just focused on limiting your belief about what you're capable of, you're missing the opportunity to be a part of all these different worlds. So if you heighten your curiosity and you seek interest in something here or here or here or here or here, then you can really go deep into that world and you can learn a whole lot about yourself. You can learn a whole lot about that activity, that hobby. You can meet a ton of people who have similar interests to you, and you can really build your confidence because you're diving so deep into one thing. So I do recommend that you heighten your curiosity so that you give yourself the opportunity to see more opportunities, more things around you, more possibilities where you can create a love and a desire for something that you're passionate about, which will build your confidence. I hope that made sense to you. You also need to overcome that self-doubt. It's that negative talk telling you again and again, I'm doubting myself. I'm doubting my abilities. I'm doubting how I'm going to speak in public. I'm doubting how I'm going to talk to that other mom in the carpool line. I'm doubting how I'm going to make money. I'm doubting all these things. And all you're doing when you're doubting is creating this barrier between you and success. So when you remove that self-doubt, it's like you're standing naked and vulnerable, and I understand that might feel a little bit too wide open for you. But just remember, you do have your clothes on. You're not naked, and being vulnerable is the best way to connect with other people. When you're open, when you're free, when you're honest, you're going to be able to get closer to people and build a connection that's really deep and meaningful. And that will boost your confidence. And if it didn't work out for you in the past, don't let that judge how all future interactions will go. Maybe that one didn't work out in the past. Let it go, move on, and try again somewhere else, because it's really important to build that confidence. And it's also really important not to move through the world with this self-doubt that's based on past experiences that don't necessarily mean that's how future experiences are going to go. Think of every new experience as its own experience starting from ground zero, starting point. And you have every opportunity to make it the best that it possibly could be, regardless of what's happened in the past. Okay, I want you to face your fears. If you're scared of speaking in front of a room of 100 people, I want you to start and speak in front of a room of 20 people. Speak at the dinner table with 7 people. Stand up and speak. You have to practice. You have to face your fears. Otherwise, you're living in fear. And when you're living in fear, you're not building confidence, and you're preventing yourself from experiencing a wonderful life full of everything you want for yourself. Okay? I want you to think about what is really affecting your self-esteem. Why do you have low self-esteem? Was it something that happened in your childhood? Was it something that an old lover, an ex-lover once told you, and you've been holding on to that negative feeling moving forward, thinking that that is a reality? What that person told me defines who I am, and now you've moved through life since then with that understanding of who you are, even though that understanding might not be real. So what is it that keeps you from feeling like you can conquer the world? Why do you feel that you're not good enough? Why do you feel like you're undeserving? And I want you to think about that, because if it is something that happened in your childhood, my mom always told me I was this or that, or I didn't grow up in a typical family and I was being bounced around from place to place, so I never felt like I was loved. Like, these things that happen in your childhood really do set the stage for how you're going to move through your adulthood. But once you hit adulthood, it's up to you to make the change. you have to recognize these things. You have to really do some self-realization and say, why do I feel this way? Why do I have self-esteem issues? What is it from? Were you overweight as a child and now you're not, but you still have self-esteem issues because people made fun of you when you were overweight or you didn't feel good enough? Like, what is it? Really pinpoint it, analyze it, think about it, write it down in a journal, and then think about how you're going to overcome it and realize that the past does not define the future. So if those things happened to you in the past and that's why you have low self-esteem, how are you going to release that tension or that anger or whatever is suppressing you to be less than what you're really capable of? And as an adult, it's your opportunity to stand up to the world and say, here I am as an adult, this is who I am real, and this is how I feel, and move through life. So that you're not basing every action and interaction on old truths or old lies that were never true that you just believed. So you want to understand why you have something affecting your self-esteem so that you can then work on changing it. Okay? I want you to do something that affirms what you are, what you want to become. Affirming, that means that you are giving yourself a positive statement that tells you who you want to be as if that is who you are now. So if you're feeling like you're not good enough, you just can't do it, you're too overwhelmed, you're not successful, you're not going to achieve your goal, then I want you to affirm it with the opposite of that, because what you really want to strive for is to achieve that goal. You want to be good enough. You want to be more than enough, and you are more than enough. But if you're not believing it, you're not going to behave that way. So you need to affirm, I am more than enough. And you say that to yourself until you change what you're believing. You're changing that negative self-talk. And you're saying something positive, and you're affirming that you are what you want to be. And that's how you'll actually get to be who you want to be, because you've affirmed it in that process. Okay? And I want you to set yourself up to win. Don't set yourself up for failure. For example, I hate heights. And there have been thousands of opportunities in my life where I've had to go rock climbing or ropes course stuff. I've even been skydiving, and I hate it. Every single time I get up high, I don't like it. And everyone's like, just do it, you'll overcome your fear. No, I won't overcome the fear. I'll do it to prove that I can outsmart my fear, but I'm still feeling anxious, uncomfortable, and like I'm about to die, and I don't enjoy it, but I still put myself in that situation, okay? But if I know that if I'm going to be up at the top of some thin mountain that's hanging off a ledge in top of this huge body of water that might have rocks inside or even alligators or who knows what, I'm not going to say, oh, I'll jump off and land gracefully, because I'm going to be setting myself up for failure. I'm going to stand at the top and I'm going to have a panic attack about jumping off, or I'll force myself to jump off and land on a rock or get eaten by an alligator. So this is a crazy example, but I'm just trying to give you this idea that don't set yourself up for failure. Set yourself up to win. So if I know that being high makes me nervous, but I want to overcome it, I might do a low ropes course, because I know I'm not going to die, and I know it might be uncomfortable, but it's a good starting point. So I'm setting myself up for success. I might be nervous, I might be uncomfortable, I might get a little shaky, but I'm going to be able to successfully achieve that. And I have many times, especially with my kids who love that stuff, and I have to participate in it for them. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this, but I do it, and I'm successful. So set yourself up for success as opposed to setting yourself up for failure, because that will help. And I want you to care for yourself and help someone else. So I want you to think about what you can do today and every day this week that's kind to yourself. How can you be kind to yourself? That's a really important question. So I want you to love yourself and think about, how can you treat yourself nicely? What can you do to be kind to yourself? And once you've done that, I then want you to pay it forward, and I want you to help somebody else. How can you help somebody else? Are you asking them how their day was? Are you helping them carry groceries across the street? Are you paying for their coffee in the drive-thru? What are you doing to help somebody else? So care about yourself, take care of yourself, and help somebody else. And this is going to help build confidence. And over time, all of these things together are going to make you feel like you are the rock star that you are. And then you can be naked with the lights on, and you don't have to be so insecure about everything going on. Just be real, be raw, be you, and be unique. Be uniquely you. Don't be like anybody else. That's what makes you special. And that's where the confidence comes from, knowing that you are not like anybody else. We are not cut from the same stone. We are all different. We all have our flaws. We all have our high points. We all have our little intricacies. We all have things that make us unique and who we are. And you are special, and you can build that confidence by recognizing how special you are. And you don't need to be like anybody else. So I hope this helped you. Comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you next week. Actually, next week we will be meeting on Wednesday instead of Tuesday at 11 a.m., but you'll get that in the email. And if you're not on our email list, just shoot me over an email to Meliss, Meliss, at mycoachmeliss.com. I send out weekly emails, and I'd be happy to have you on the list so that you can make yourself a stronger, happier, better, more confident, loving person, and really work on yourself. Self-development is a great thing to have and be able to use and know how to improve yourself so that it improves relationships with everyone around you, like family, coworkers, strangers. You can be kinder. You can move through this life with confidence and happiness and being happy. That's the goal, right? If you're not happy, it's time to move on. You have to be happy, because otherwise it's going to affect you negatively, physically, emotionally. Your health's going to decline, and everything's just going to go downhill. Being happy is super important. So make sure you're doing that, and hop on our list, our email list, so that you can constantly be working on bettering yourselves. I'll see you next time. Bye.